Welcome everyone to Psychedelic Friday. So, what is Psychedelic Friday? I have no idea, but it sounded really cool. So, it will probably develop along the way. I'd like to bring in some introductions to possibly some spoken meditation, things like that. But for today, I put it on the schedule, and as typically in Molly fashion, have not really thought everything through yet, but it just came to me. I wanted to do it. So, plus, I got this super cool deck that inspired me. It's very psychedelic. So, we are going to be using this. We are going to pull a card, Aries, all the way through Pisces, just one card. And we're not going to interpret it in terms of romance or, your career or things like that. Now, you as an individual are more than welcome to put it in those terms, absolutely. And I'm just going to try to find maybe a little deeper meaning with the cards, okay, and explore that. So let's see what we get. Let's start with Aries, please. Aries. Aries. Let's go deep for Aries. What do we got, Aries? What do we have? What do we have? What do we got? Deep, trippy. Aries want to go on a little trip in tonight. What do we got for Aries? Okay. The Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Very nice card with the sun at the bottom of the deck. A lot of happiness, I feel. I feel it's there for the taking, but you have to go and take it, which typically is not an Aries issue. You guys typically are known for going after what you want. However, I do feel there is hesitancy here. I feel there is shyness here. I feel there is unsureness of approach, things of that nature. I feel there's a journey for you. Ecliptic. The word ecliptic keeps coming to mind. Ecliptic. So, yeah, so something's possibly hidden from view from you right now, but it's going to be, very clear very soon. It's starting to show itself now. It's starting to show itself now. So I don't know in which area of life this is for you, but I feel like, and the word ecliptic keeps coming to mind, so it could have even had something to do with the recent eclipse. You may have manifested something subconsciously. Here's the weird thing I'm getting for you guys, and this is just intuitively, this isn't necessarily from the cards, but I'm getting intuitively that you may have been manifesting over sort of the last 6 months or so, something along those lines, possibly heavy along the eclipse season. But I feel what is coming towards you is, or that what you are approaching is going to be completely different than what you were manifesting, but in a good way. I feel, in a sense, it's the higher presence kind of stepping in and possibly saying, okay, Aries, this is what you were manifesting, but we have much more in store for you. It's very positive, but I feel it's going to take you out of your comfort zone as far as communication. I feel like you are going to need to be much, much more open and vulnerable in this situation, something that you are not used to. And I also feel like it's going to be imperative that and this is where I think it's going to be very difficult in your comfort zone, but I feel it's very imperative that you exude a very cheerful nature. And most of the Aries I know, it's not, most of you are pretty cheerful people, quite frankly, but you also can go very brooding and very dark. I feel like this is a time absolutely not to be entertaining that. There are appropriate times for that, absolutely. But this is something that is like your birthright that is coming towards you, like in a universal sense. Some of you also have very, very deep royalty in your blood, and I know that that's like a very, you know, it reminds me of the people who they want to get the past life reading, and you know they're just so convinced that they have, you know, it's such a typical thing, right? But I actually do see that with you. The purple stars are really standing out to me in this card, and that's where I'm going with that. So I feel like some of you have very, very deep royalty in your blood, and you're unaware of this, and now it is time to basically claim your birthright. I feel you will be moving forward in a lot of positive ways, Aries. You know, hopefully all of you, you know, but it is a general reading. I really love this energy for you. I think there's so much ahead, so many happier things ahead. So I do not know which area of life this is for you, but again, I feel communication is imperative. There may be a Gemini that will help you in some way. I'm also getting that they may not, it may not seem positive at first. The Gemini might even be somewhat of a nemesis of sorts, but I do feel like whether it is a positive communication with a Gemini or a negative communication with a Gemini, it is very, very valuable. And there is something to be taken from it. So pay attention to that when that happens for some of you. Okay, so moving on, let's see what we have for Taurus. Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Taurus, what is this psychedelic deeper message? Let's go a little deep for Taurus. What do we have? Taurus, it is your night. Friday, Venus energy. Taurus. What is the deeper meaning of card for Taurus at this time? Thank you. Okay. See, Taurus, you have the Four of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, in order to achieve your goals, you are going to have to open up and talk with someone. You are going to, some of you, this may be in a deeper way, some of you really will benefit from counseling. Others of you, I feel that it's more possibly in a professional sense, that you will absolutely benefit when you stop trying to lone wolf the situation. And I feel many of you are very, very good at what you do, and it's very difficult to, like, I don't feel I'm telling you anything you don't probably already know deeper in your subconscious as far as needing to work with others. I just feel that it may be difficult for some of you because you have perfectionism kind of syndrome. I don't feel it's in a super negative way. I think that's a very positive thing. I think it's what has formed and shaped you in many, many ways. However, at this time, I feel like life is trying to show you a different lesson and is trying to show you that there are others that can contribute to project is not the right word. I'm not sure what it is, but you guys will know what it means if it hits. But there's others to let in here. Some of you are going to have really profound changes around August. August is going to be a very defining month for you, for many of you. And again, I want to stress, it's very important that you, of course, do keep your, some of you had to fight for it so hard to get where you are, that you're hesitant to let others in on something or let others help you in some way. It's almost like you've reached a certain peak and you may feel like that's your safety zone where you want to stay. But I feel God, universe, higher energies are urging you to learn a different lesson now and to keep this rolling. Even if you haven't completed all of your lessons, it's time to keep this like movement, this rolling kind of energy, And in order to do that, I do believe you will have to at least meet with others in some capacity and share. You need to share what you do. I feel once you open up and start sharing what you do, so for instance, let's say for others, because I've already spoken about this part, but let's say for others of you're very good at, let's say, art or something along those lines, but you're too, oh, what's the use? Why should I put it on Instagram? Oh, what's the use? Why should I, go talk to that downtown gallery? Oh, I could never do that. I feel like it's time for you to open up to new horizons and realize that others would really benefit from your work, or you may receive the exact type of feedback that you need that's going to inspire you in the needed direction. So, I mean, life is full of risk. It is full of challenges. It is full of stepping out of our comfort zone. And I feel like this is the time to be doing those things. Some of you are behind the curve on this. So I feel August is a bit of a sort of cut-off point. Now, that doesn't mean if you didn't do anything by August that, oh, it's over or anything like that. Of course not. But I do feel like if this is hitting in any way that you possibly missed a time window already in a sense, but again, nothing to just hang up the books about or anything like that. I feel you are getting another chance from now until August, and that will be very very strong for you. It's a good chance for you to open up in some capacity, whatever that means to you. Okay. Taurus. Gemini, what do we have for Gemini, please? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Geminis, what is the deeper message for Geminis, please? Gemini. Gem in the eye. You little foxy Geminis. So clever. You guys are clever. always, the mind is always turning. Foxy in a good way. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Gemini? What is the, thank you. Okay. Gemini, you have the Page of Wands. And you have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Many of you are waiting for things to happen in your life rather than, like, you feel that you are taking action towards things in your life, but it may not be the best well-placed efforts. Okay, so I feel like many of you, when you were young, you were very, 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 and I'm not just saying that because you're a Gemini, but I do feel like many of you were very curious about life, like the deeper aspects of life. So it wasn't like the typical picture that we get of a Gemini who's a social butterfly and flitting from this to that. I get that many of you were way more invested in the deeper things of life, deeper philosophy, things like that, just feeling like a deeper calling. But on the same hand, not exactly knowing what that is. I feel many of you gave up on that. I feel at a certain point, it depends on your age. I mean, if you're young watching this, you may still be in it. But if you are 30 and above, I feel like you've given up on that aspect of yourself that you experienced more when you were not even, everybody experiences that to some degree as a teenager. But I feel like you even felt like more cosmic when you were younger, like 10. I'm getting 10 years old, especially 10 years old. Possibly there could have been some sort of vision or dream or some kind of cosmic experience, and I feel like that has put many of you into that mode. But again, I feel like it's been dropped at this time for pragmatic things. So I feel many of you need to revisit the deeper philosophy, the deeper side of yourself. Again, get in touch with that. Not so that it's consuming or keeping you from things, because what I'm seeing here is that you do need to start living your life more fully. I feel that you You are very, very, very interested in people. Many of you would make, really good just people observers, and use that in some form of a career, perhaps. That could be in, it's not just, that doesn't mean you have to be a psychiatrist or, a counselor. There's a lot of different, when you're a people observer and you're extremely sharp in that direction, I feel there's a lot of various things that you can do. So take that and work with that. If that is your skill, then that is your skill, and Source wants you to find a way to work with that. Others of you, getting back on track to what I was originally saying, I do feel like you are putting a lot of effort into life, but it's going in the wrong areas. And many of you are denying that deeper side of yourself that is your inner wisdom, that is really what is going to take you much further in regards to romantic love, if that's what you're seeking, in regards to career satisfaction, just in regards to purpose in general. I feel you are putting efforts in the wrong places, and in a sense, again, like kind of turned your back on. I feel it's very important, if you are into spirituality, if you are into a lot of different areas of spirituality, I feel it's important to keep it very simple at this time. And even as exciting as it may be, so for instance, I remember when I was younger and I discovered, everything, I wanted to read astrology books, I wanted to read tarot books, I wanted to read past life books, I wanted to read Seth Speaks, I wanted to read, I just soaked it all in, and, Scorpio, we're extreme, we do that kind of stuff. But I feel like here, this is a time for you to only focus on the deeper wisdom teachers. So for instance, possibly the ascended masters, or tried and true, the spiritual leaders, depending on your culture, your religion. That could be Krishna, that could be Buddha, Allah, whatever fits for you. I feel like that is where like your strength will come from. And I'm not saying you shouldn't explore astrology or tarot or any of those things, but I feel at this time it's the deeper things, the deeper philosophies, especially Eastern philosophy is coming out very strong. That is going to be your gem in the eye. That is going to be what you are needing the most. I feel you're missing something here right now. And also, too, I am getting, a romantic message here. I was trying to keep these away from that. But I feel, again, that many of you may be putting your efforts into the wrong situation. But Source is calling for you. Like the higher masters are calling for you. They're trying to get your attention, is what I feel. So I would spend time in much, much deeper reflection that like you used to connect with, because I feel many of you used to feel like this presence or feel like this deeper energy like around you, and it's not that that's missing, but it's become fragmented, and I feel like you need to return to that, possibly through meditation. That's I'm always a fan. So interesting. Okay, so Cancers. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for Cancers, please? What is the deeper message for Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cancers. What is there? Okay, thank you. Okay. Ooh, Cancers. You have the Ace of Wands. And you have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Time to get busy, Cancers. Okay. The word election just popped into my head. I don't know why, but the word election just popped into my head. I don't know if that means anything for someone. Maybe someone's thinking of campaigning for something. We'll start planning, start getting busy with that. Just an odd message. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? Also, too, the nursery rhyme, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? It just came into my mind. I have no idea why. Okay, so let's see. So, I mean, initially, if I just look at the cards, I would say this is absolutely, Cancers, a time to start making things happen for yourself. I have been seeing this in a theme in your weeklies for ages, where there's a high manifestation energy around many of you at this time. So do take advantage. It is absolutely, do not waste your manifestations on, like I always say, like, oh, I hope, so and so calls, then universe will give you that, and then, okay, they called you, big deal, so do not waste manifestations right now. Really focus your attention on the bigger picture. Some of you are I saw that star kind of like floating as it went by on the card. Some of you, I feel, are going to really, really shine in many ways. Many of you are going to creatively, I feel like you're going to add some things of quality here. I am getting romantic messages too. Again, I want to stay away from that. Not that it's a bad. It's just so overly saturated. We have enough love readings right now, but I do feel too like there's going to be something extremely dynamic in your life soon. Almost too powerful. I feel like someone is going to be, I'm getting hiking and like environmentalist also. So someone like, and I feel like that's not your thing. So I feel like somebody could be coming into your life that is, really into hiking or environmentalism. And not that you're not into those things, but it's just, perhaps it's just not really what you enjoy doing, or it's not something that you disrespect by any stretch of the means, but it's just not your thing. I feel like this person's going to be very different from your usual type. And but there's a powerful, powerful, powerful connection between you two. Very, very magnetic, and not just like sexually, not just like, oh, they're hot, and oh, that's so, it's not like that. It's deeper, and there's a powerful lesson in this one, and not in a bad way. I don't feel it's like, oh, a hard lesson, Cancer, in the love department. No, I think this is going to be very interesting for you. For some of you, many of you, it's because you're changing your look, and you're going to be attracting different types. I feel many of you are going to go more like sort of carefree with your look, and that makes sense if so you're attracting possibly environmental types or hiking types or something like that. That's possible too. But let's see, deeper. I'm not. The weird thing is, Cancers, I'm not getting super deep messages for your cards because they're not really those types of cards. I mean, these can be. And the Ace of Wands, it's the Wand of Fire. Of course, that can be a very extremely deep card. But I'm getting this is more about something interesting, something fun, being very motivated, being very passionate at this time. But the passion, it's not about like sexuality. Which is odd because it's wands. And not that can't be a part of things. I mean, because everything is a part of that, of course. But I'm like struggling to exactly define what I'm like feeling. I feel like you're going to be highly, highly creative, highly motivated, and it's a passion that you're not familiar with. That's what that's the best way I can describe it. It's a passion you're not familiar with. Male energies, I feel, of course, I mean, it's the Ace of Wands. I feel like you are going to have a lot of vitality, especially in August. I'm feeling, because I'm seeing the sun, I'm thinking of Leo. So I feel like August could be a very good month for you, that you will have a lot of vitality, robust type energy. excited. You're excited about something. So I feel like if you're a male, I feel like there's new opportunities on the horizon, and I feel like you're going to be filled with like more vigor than you have been in a while. I keep seeing a pineapple here too. I don't know why. I keep seeing a pineapple. Um, it's got a weird message too. There's possibly, I feel this is females, though, not males. There's possibly females out there who are, this is a really weird message, who are thinking of taking like an ayahuasca trip or something along those lines. I'm not hugely a fan of such things. I'm not necessarily against them either. I don't have a huge stance on them either way. I'm typically just lean towards a fan of meditation, but I do feel like for some of you, if that is, and I don't, I'm very cautious in saying this because I don't want to encourage someone, necessarily, but I do feel like if that is something that you are thinking of doing, I feel like it could be, as they say, it's supposed to be a pretty big breakthrough type experience. I feel it could be very, very good for you. Again, it's a general reading, so, but I am getting that message for some reason. Others of you, I feel like you are going to get a great idea, because I kind of got off track, but that star, I saw that star, and it really stung out, that's weird, stuck out. So I do feel like some of you are going to have like some great ideas. You're going to be very excited and motivated and very attracting at this time. Again, I'm not getting really, really deep, profound messages with this. I think this is a time for you to manifest. I think this is a time for you to get motivated. I think this is for some of you. I do feel like a sense of sort of finer quality clothing. It could make it like so those of you in the professional world, if you're looking to sort of up your look or something like that, I feel like don't like just go to like Ross. You know what I mean? It's like, look, if you can, no shade. I mean, if that's your comfort zone financially, of course, that's fine. You can find some great deals at Ross, right? But I feel like there's like if you can afford it, it's like really quality materials are going to make a big difference in your life. I don't know, again, weird messages I'm getting. I'm not getting deep messages. I'm just getting like odd little messages because I feel like right now it's a time not to be watching psychedelic tarot on Friday night. Tonight, it's like a night to get motivated. Get your notebook out. Get some ideas jotted down. Get going on some things. All right, that's really what I see. Male, female, what have you. Okay. Let's see. Cancers. Okay, Leo. All right, Leo. What is the deeper message for Leos? What do we have for Leos, please? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Queen of Swords. I like it. And what do we have? 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Leos, you are really, really articulate at this time. You're going to be extremely articulate. You are going to find new ways of communicating with such truth and such power. And intelligence. You're going to run circles like around the competition, I feel, as far as that goes. I feel like you're really something is happening very transformative in your life now or very soon, where it's almost like you are because the left hand when it's out, if I get a little cosmic here, that's like the God, God, or source coming through, and then we can release it through our right hands. Okay, so I really feel like you are getting this amazing, like, tangible energy coming through you. So if any of you are into Reiki or any types of things like that too, although I don't see this as much about that. I feel this is about communication. I feel like things are going to be channeling through you and out of you in a very truthful, powerful way. Transformative way. I also feel like, especially now, like now you have the ability to appeal to women very strongly. So those of you who are in any type of industry that deals with women, or possibly you're an influencer, or possibly you are you work for in the beauty industry in some way, possibly you write. That might even be like something that you may explore as a career, like writing, advertising, things like that. Also, like, you have such a real way about you right now that it appeals to many because of your honesty, your straightforwardness. So writing is highly indicated for you. Any type of communication is highly indicated for you, and especially in anything involving women, I feel, in particular. That doesn't mean that you can't include males or anything like that, but especially, like, women are going to take to the information that you have, because you're coming from a place of purity, no bullshit, and source. Writing, absolutely writing. Writing is huge for some of you Leos. You could see, I'm getting that some of you Leos may be writing something soon, now, even in the near future, something like that. It could even just be like writing in your journals or what have you, that like 3 years from now is going to be something you are highly going to benefit from. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make money from it before that or anything like that, but I'm getting like a difference, like for some, like maybe just one of you out there, like something that you're writing now or in journals, or this transformative time of your life, possibly autobiographical, whatever that word is. Like, you're not even writing it to make money, but there's something about like 3 years from now, like it's something that you realize, oh, thank God I wrote all that down, because it's going to be some sort of like tangible money for you in some way. So yeah, writing is very, very highly defined. Whatever the situation, in all things, whether it be work, career, love, friendship, influencing, any of those things, I just feel like right now you let the energy come through that you're receiving, and then take that, and divulge it in a very pure, powerful, honest way. In anything, in any dealings that you're, if you're not writing, if you're not an info, that sort of thing, still, just really, you're going to be receiving really good transformative information from like God, source, higher beings, perhaps, and it's wow, yeah. As I said that, it just lit up the hand when I said that. Yeah, higher beings, and I feel it's like kind of your duty to, even again, like if you don't want to be a writer, or you don't have an Instagram, or you don't have a Facebook or something, or a YouTube channel, or what have you, then it's still like, even in your everyday life, because we don't all have to be like stars, right? But we can still shine just via our example. And I feel like you have a lot to offer right now, especially again to women. There is a male, okay, if you are a male Leo, specifically, I feel like now is the time to start letting go of disappointment. You're sensing, you're focusing too much on I can't help but see the guitar. I feel like music influences you way too much. And we do have to be careful of that. I mean, I love music. I've loved music since I was a wee child. But as I've gotten older, I have realized how it can affect my moods. in many ways, even certain tones, because like in the 90s, I listened to a lot of that sort of down tuning stuff, right? And, there's a lot of things that can really, that's why, advertisers know this, TV shows know this, the media knows this, they appeal to our emotions through music. That's why, when you're watching Star Wars, it's like, dun, da, 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 this exciting music, right? So I feel like you guys really need to watch what your influencing, what's influencing you right now. Stay away from, the deep, dark, depressing stuff, if that's the case. Stay away from love songs. Like if you've broken up with someone, stay away from love songs. Don't play the songs that you and your person enjoyed. Leave those off the playlist for now. But that's just in particular if music is something. If music is not really, an issue for you, I feel like male Leos, it's time to start not concentrating on the things that have gone awry and start looking towards the things that are good for you. Some of you may need to channel things through music. Maybe you can write some great songs, or something like that, but just don't get stuck in emotions right now. Yeah, some of you just feel like you're just being like sucked under, and it's sort of like, what now? I'm getting that vibe, and that the problem with that is that it is legit. I do understand, but just for the hell of it, wake up tomorrow and say, today is going to be interesting in a good way. All right. So that's your mantra for tomorrow. Today is going to be interesting in a good way. And just keep repeating that to yourself 50 million times throughout the day. Even if it doesn't turn out to be a particularly interesting day, just keep saying something along those lines. You can make up your own, but that one came to my mind. And just start somewhere, but I feel like you really need to start retraining the mind at this time, because you're getting sucked under like an undertow right now, and Source is not wanting that to happen. It's saying like you'll get more of that if you're not careful. Like attitude is everything kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I would say for Leo males. Okay, let's see, where are we at? Virgo. Okay, Virgo, what are the deeper messages for Virgos, please? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Well, Justice just fell out. Interesting. We'll see if it comes out again. Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Virgos. Six of Swords, Virgo. With the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So some of you guys are pushing this is odd for a Virgo, because I mean, Virgos typically do analyze things quite a bit, and then make decisions. I feel in this way that you guys are pushing too hard for results, and you're not taking the right things into consideration. It's like you want to get to the rainbows, you want to get to the happy clouds, that just made me think of who's the guy, the painter, the happy clouds, Bob Ross. I feel like you guys are in such a hurry to get there, which who isn't? I don't blame you, Virgo. That there's things that you're missing. You have some really good energy, though. Okay, I'm sensing some really, really good energy here, Virgo. Just give me a minute. Yeah, okay. So some of you, there's things to be considered still. Some of you are actually, this is a weird, really weird message I'm getting. But for some of you, I do feel like you're almost afraid of being brainwashed in a way. So it's like there's something that you need to learn more about, but you're almost afraid to do that because you don't want to be brainwashed. So you're skipping that step and you're just like moving forward. Some of you are passing a very important step that needs to be taken. And it's out of a weird reason. So if for some of you it may not be that you're scared that you're going to be brainwashed, and I don't mean literally, but kind of like you guys like I don't know how to explain that. Well, it's kind of okay. So like when I watch certain TV shows, let's say for instance. Well, not certain ones, all of them basically. But let me get that focused a little better. Like I know what's going on in the background. I know all the brainwashing tactics. I know, how they're trying to, make me feel emotional at this scene or that scene, or I see their little symbology that they put in the background. Like I'm aware of all that stuff, right? And it's like for some of you, I feel like that it's like that, like you're afraid of something, but you're bypassing something. God, this is the weirdest reading. I don't know how to say this, but it's like you're not going to be brainwashed. It is an important step, and there is something that you are trying to. Even if it's again, I keep going on the brainwashing thing, but even if it's not that, I feel like there is an important step, and it needs to be. It can't just be bypassed. And the weird thing is, it feels like it can. It feels like you got away with it. Like, oh, good, I took that shortcut. I don't have to do that. But I don't think, you kind of did, but not really. You're not going to experience the fullness reward. Well, I'm not going to say you're not going to, because I don't like saying, broad statements like that. But some of you would experience a much better reward wherever this is that you're trying to go, had you not taken one little shortcut. So I feel shortcuts are not good for you right now. And again, it feels like an odd message for a Virgo because I don't typically think of Virgos as taking shortcuts. But I do get the sense like some of you are trying to take a shortcut and it's not beneficial for you right now. Take the long way home. Yeah. So I'm getting, what is that? Supertramp or something? Yeah, Take the Long Way Home. Which is a very deep song, actually. I'm not a huge Supertramp fan, but I did read one time that one of the dudes in the band was really into Paramahansa Yogananda, who is one of my favorites. And so then I kind of looked at their lyrics a little bit more deeper, and I looked at that song in particular, Take the Long Way Home, and there was some really cool, deeper meanings to that song. Yeah, so don't overlook shortcuts at this time, or not overlook. I don't overlook things like necessary steps. I mean, you can, and you'll be fine. I don't want to worry you. I feel like you'll be fine, but the reward would be much better if you cover all the bases. Okay? Libra. Okay, Libras. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, please. Libras. Ooh, there's the loud truck. Well, that doesn't make for a very nice psychedelic night. I don't know if that comes out on the mic or not. It's a very loud truck that starts next door. Okay, what do we have for Libra? Okay, Libra. 10 of Wands. Okay, that's good. Almost through something. I like that. And we Ace of Swords. Very good. Okay, Libra. So I do see like there is going to be a new cycle coming in for you. Something you're going to be very, very clear on. Some of you are moving to a new home. You have deep ties to an earth sign, some of you. Very, very deep ties to an earth sign. that's been a very long, hard road. There's a very you guys are coming up, you are coming up to an end of a cycle where there is going to be a deep, profound lesson. And don't worry, it's not like, oh, yet another lesson. No, this is like you've been living the lesson, and so it's going to make itself very clear what it is, and then you will be done with it, is what I see. So it's not like I'm saying, oh, you have more tests. No, that's not what I'm saying. In fact, I feel like you are pretty much through this. There's I keep noticing the weird colors, like the weird mismatched things going on here that's really sticking out to me. It's got like brown hippie moccasins on, hot pink pants, a lime green tunic, then with like purple. You know, it's just odd. So it's like I feel like there's like you've had a very odd, like mismatched journey. Okay, if that makes sense. But I feel like you're about to arrive like to something new. It's a new home, or it's just a new cycle for you. Some of you possibly have gotten divorced or separated, or are going to be doing that soon. And it's just been a really mismatched journey. You know, there's been some beautiful things along the way, but the whole thing feels like it's like some sort of surrealistic like type lesson. And it wasn't all horrible. Like I do feel like there were some very good things. I also feel too, a lot of you need to lighten the load of things literally. Like, I don't know, I see the simplicity of the flowers and the simplicity of this like little, it's almost like a tiny house, right? It's like I feel like some of you do need to downsize, and especially because we're seeing these like weird, I don't know, I feel like even possibly like like I know like a lot of times like I'll look at my closet, right, and I have, because I love going to like thrift shops and things like that, and you know, or not those as much as so much as the other type of stores too, like Buffalo Exchange and things like that, and I'll find these like really great, you know, pieces, and they're just so awesome, you know, like clothing pieces or something like that, that I'll buy it and I'll think, oh well, I'll find, you know, the perfect, you know, pants to wear with that later, or the perfect skirt to wear with that later, or the perfect shoes to wear with that later. So I end up with like all these like really cool things, you know, but like they don't work. You know, so it's like I'm almost getting like downsizing. Some of you may really be downsizing and realizing that you have like a lot of like things that it's going to really like lighten your load and give you more mental clarity. You know, like they say that, like with people who are like hoarders, or when it's a little more extreme or something like that, that it's like that's your mind in a sense. So I feel like that's another deeper message. I do feel for some of you it's like unloading things, you know, well, like literally like taking them, donating them, something like that is really going to make your mind much more focused and sharp. So that's kind of a weird message. But for most of you, I feel like this is more about like and I don't, I was going to say a difficult cycle is going to end, because that's what the tarot card means, but I don't feel like it's such a difficult thing. And you may have, of course, I mean, everybody's had difficulties and difficult cycles, but this doesn't feel like it's like been like this long, hard, arduous, you know, situation, but it just feels like it was a mismatched situation. So like if you were with an earth sign, or it doesn't have to be earth, air maybe too, I'm getting a little bit with those weird little paisleys, possibly like an Aquarius maybe, but you know, whatever the situation is, it's like if it's been like just sort of a mismatched relationship, I feel like it's not that it was so horrible, it's just it just wasn't right. And I feel like you guys are going to be having that epiphany very soon, or some of you are going to be through it very soon and then ready for new things. So I'd say with the Ace of Swords, you have a really good cycle coming. You're going to have a lot more clarity in your life, and not so many like burdensome type energies. Okay. All right. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the Psychedelic Friday message for Scorpios? The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, that's a cool looking Knight of Pentacles, isn't it? Okay. You have the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So if you are a Scorpio, like Libra cusp or something like that, you may want to watch their reading as well, because these could play off a little bit. They had the Ten of Wands in a different position. Okay. Scorpio, you have a real sense of purpose right now. I keep seeing this like suit of armor as like white, which I'm not sure if it really is, because I can't tell because it's kind of dark in here right now. But I see the purity is like really, really, really standing out. Let your purity drive you. There's a lot of growth for you. I see like in like a plan that you are executing. Okay. So many of you are thinking about where your life is headed, what you want to do, but it's not just that typical wasting time thinking. Like I feel like some of you are making genuine plans and getting way more serious about executing a plan. So in other words, it's like I spent basically, I don't know, 40 years of my life just sort of wandering thinking, oh, what would I like to do? Or what am I meant to do? So I mean, it's not that kind of thinking. This is like really planning, really starting to get organized and things like that. I feel, making plans. I also feel too, like you have a lot of passion coming in. I'm just getting the red horse, as that. You may have an earth sign coming in. Some of you are going to be investing in, the marijuana industry, I feel. But you're not sure, like, you're doing your research right now. You're doing your due diligence. That's good. Keep doing that. It could be lucrative. That's possible. I feel like you have a lot of like hypnotism. I don't feel it's magnetism. I mean, Scorpios typically have a lot. They're known for being somewhat magnetic and things like that in ways, and I'm not trying to be, because I'm a Scorpio too. I'm not saying, oh, I'm so magnetic, but Scorpios typically do. Perhaps on the exception, but no, it's like, but I feel like you're very like hypnotic, because I'm just really kind of seeing this design. So there's something very like hypnotic about you. So it's not about like the magnetism that you usually like exude. It's more about like, I don't know, some of you are trying like pot too, like because I keep seeing pot leaves on this guy's vest or cape or what have you. Some of you are very hypnotized by, like, maybe you just tried pot and it's really relieved you of like physical burdens. So if you are suffering from physical burdens, and I don't know, I am not, an expert on that whatsoever. I don't smoke pot, so I have no idea, but I've heard, that it can be very good for particular physical ailments. I feel like that is something that you have discovered or are going to discover, and some of you have enjoyed the benefits from it so much, you may be investing in such things because you see that, like, the good it does and, like, what kind of benefit it may be for you. So it's kind of a weird message. Others of you, getting back to the more other things, I do feel like there's, like, you need to take the combination of your purity and mesh that with your drive. All right, so you have to be like a non-stop force right now, I feel, with that red horse, but without losing your purity. Okay, I feel like that's really important. So in other words, like, if it's business or something like that, you need to be very, very ambitious right now, but not to the point where we sacrifice integrity or, things of that nature. And that's always a good rule of thumb, but especially now, I feel, for some reason, you have a lot of happiness coming in. I just got that too. The happy little clouds. I'm feeling like you have a lot of happiness coming in. And you do have the end of a burdensome cycle as well. Libra had that also. I feel like there's something coming up for you that is something that you have not experienced, Scorpio, which is really cool. Because, what Scorpio wouldn't want to be, intrigued by that. I'm hesitant to say it's romantic. I don't know if it has anything to do with romance or career. So it could be in some other area of life. There's something like that maybe you are going to be extremely hypnotized by and really enjoy. I feel like you're going to be very happy with something very soon. And I am getting an earth sign plays a role, perhaps. And it's very different for you. Nice, Scorpio. Okay, Sagittarius. What do we have, Sagittarius? What about Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Sagittarius. What is their deeper message at this time? Sagittarius. The Lover's card. Woo! Go Sagittarius. With the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. So really, the first thing that came to my mind is Sagittarius, you're worried about being too cool. All right, it's a weird message, but it's like some of you may really want to explore metaphysics, spirituality, things like that, but there's like, but it's got to be cool. Or, I can't do that, like, crystals thing, or, I don't know, something like that. There's some kind of weird energy I got from that really, really quickly, like right off the bat. So don't, don't let things like that, keep don't let those things like keep you from exploring certain things. Yeah, some of you have a really hard time, like, between like the hippy dippy and the practical. Okay, and I hate that phrase, hippy dippy, but it's the best thing that I could think of that came to mind. And it's like there's part of you that is that way, and then part of you that isn't. And I feel like you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The other way too is it could be that you're trying to be this, but you're really more pragmatic. I don't know. There's a dichotomy here, is what I see right now between you. Now, this could be you and another person, possibly, that is like you're hoping that they would open up more. You're hoping that they would understand, like, you're more like, if you're really into cosmic things or different ways of seeing things and stuff like that. You're hoping that they will open up to these things too if you show them enough. But I don't think that's the type of person you're dealing with. And I feel like that's, like, ultimately you may be disappointed in that arena. Okay, so it's like that it just may not be, like, the right match for you in that way. Others of you, again, I feel like there's a big dichotomy within you that is, like, you feel like, okay, am I this cosmic person or am I this pragmatic person? Or that there's, like, such a definition between the two. That it's either one or the other. And I feel like the Lover's card is about blending the two energies together. It doesn't have to be like one or the other. So in other words, like, if I'm spiritual, I'm not going to make money. Or or if I go and make money, then I'm not going to be spiritual. It's not that. It's about blending both, because both have their value, their intrinsic value, absolutely. Others of you, I feel like you are possibly in a very confusing sort of love situation. Ultimately, I feel like I feel like you are being guided to this person, but it's for a reason. Okay, so there is something to be found from this connection. Even though you two are very different, I do feel there's like a big vast difference for some of you. This isn't for everyone, but for some of you, I do feel like you are just in a very odd relationship, or are about to be in a very odd relationship. But I do feel it does have its benefits, and that it's the main goal, most likely, because typically relationships do have a purpose or a goal or something like that underlying, is to dive way deeper into intimacy, and really step out of your comfort zone in that way. I feel like that's been, I think, for both people that will be involved in this relationship, or that are involved in this relationship, intimacy is possibly the reason you guys are together, or learning something on the more cosmic level. And I'm not talking about sexually, I'm talking about intimacy, which can, obviously fall into that category, but intimacy mainly. I feel like you're in a very challenging position right now, Sagittarius. I do. And I feel like your way out is to, again, understand that it doesn't have to be this way or that way, and to blend. It's time to blend things. I'm almost like seeing this as your card, even though it is not Temperance, but it's like it's reminding me of your card. It is a card for Gemini, but I feel like your card is more prominent, like Temperance here. It's like really important to blend both things. Both things can be accomplished here. So if you're dealing with somebody who's holding back and you're very open, or vice versa, it's like there's something here about blending both energies into like the perfect situation for both of you. Like you're gonna have like a lot of growth from this relationship, is what I see. Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Capricorn's deeper message, please, for Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. The King of Wands. Okay. And you are looking onto the star. Beautiful. So, especially male Capricorns, there may be somebody that you are just looking at like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? All right, so some of you may be, if you are a male or male energy Capricorn, I do feel like you are very, very, like you have a muse situation here. Like somebody's like a muse to you, and you're very, very captivated by this person and very interested in this person. And I feel like you can't stop thinking about them. It's like a whirlwind in your head. And of course, this could go the other way around. If you are, this could be a male that that is on your mind. Okay, but I'm trying to stay away from those types of messages as much. But that definitely came out right away, especially if you are like a male energy Capricorn. So many of you, I feel you have amazing ideas that you never execute. I feel like you have like very And here's the thing, I feel like now is your time to execute them. Because I feel like some of you may have like Aquarius possibly, strong in your chart or something like that. I feel like some of you have like these ideas that just turn and turn and turn in your head. I feel like 85, 89, possibly 89% of them are not good. They're kind of crap. All right, I'll just be honest, okay? But I feel like there's like that 11% or, or even if it's just 3% of something that is great. It is amazing and it is on a higher level. So I feel like now is it like you may have always just kind of given up on those because it's like I feel like you are the type that like you think of things all the time and they are pretty brilliant, but then it's like you do not act on them or you don't know how to act upon them. And then, 5 years later you see your idea and you're like, oh, yeah, which I can relate to that for sure. So I feel like that's the thing. Well, I feel like your time is coming. Because I do feel like you are a very out-of-the-box thinker and that you do have good ideas. I feel like you have excellent ideas. But again, I feel like possibly like the majority of them are just clutter in your head. But there's a few gems in there that are like amazing ideas. And it's when you keep it high. So when you're not thinking of things to like make money, for instance, and not that that's wrong. I'm not saying that's wrong because it's good. It's good to make money, and it's good to think of things that, can make you money. Absolutely. But I feel like your genius type ideas come when it's not about that. Like when you think of something that's like more for like everyone or that could be a benefit in society or for a particular group of people or something like that. So it's like on that higher level. And I feel like your time is going to be like very soon because I think, what is it, Pluto we're waiting on to go into Aquarius. I think that's around 2023, 2024. I feel like you need to start implementing some of your weirder like kind of ideas now, and that by like 2023, 24, like they could be gold, like really, really good. And like you may be, like a millionaire, billionaire, something like that. I mean, really, from some of your ideas. But it's like I don't feel like they've served you very well. I got to be honest. Well, that's not true. I mean, they have served you well because they've come to you. But you may not have been in the position where you could execute these ideas, or you may have thought they were just too lofty or something like that. But again, I feel like male or female Capricorns, I feel like now is the time to actually start looking at some of these ideas realistically, because I do feel like they could pay off in a major way and in a very good way. Okay. I would say too, just the basic message of the cards themselves, without just like whatever my intuitive feelings are. I would say it's time to go get what you want. I mean, it's the King of Wands facing the star. I mean, it's like that is all about action and going after your wishes, your dreams, all those good things. But the thing is, I mean, the King of Wands, it doesn't just magically happen. The King of Wands has to put effort. It doesn't mean you have to go work your ass off or you have to go do 50 million things or anything like that. As we, because I got Capricorn moon in the 6th house, no less. So like I'm no stranger to like working ridiculously harder than I need to. Okay. But it's like, but it is about like working, so I do feel, and that's fine. Cause it's like, some of you may just have such brilliant ideas. You're like, well, damn, why aren't I just a millionaire anyway, because my ideas are so great. Why doesn't God just like, throw me a bone and work this out for me? Well, I feel like because there are certain things, like there is certain actions that do need to be taken. So I do feel like, there's, the King of Wands will execute things and get things rolling. So I do feel like there are some things that you need to execute first, but I feel like they could really pay off in a good way. And if it's romance you want or love or whatever, then it's the King of Wands. Again, the King of Wands goes and gets what they want. All right. And they're very highly motivated. Where are we at? Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what your deeper message is. Deeper psychedelic message for Aquarius. And again, I don't really know what Psychedelic Friday is. It's just, I thought I'd put a psychedelic lamp out. No, I will figure it out. I will come up with what Psychedelic Friday will mean, because it's probably going to entail much other different things besides reading tarot cards, but we'll get there. All right, so what do we got for Aquarius, please? Aquarius. Some of you just exited a third-party situation. I had 3 rose petals here, and when I shuffled, the other rose petal... I hit the mic. The other rose petal flew away, and now there's just 2. So some of you maybe, like, if there was a romance or something and someone else is in the way, that person may be not in the way for much longer. So that's good. Maybe. I don't know, depending. Okay. What is the deeper message for... Okay, thank you. Okay. Aquarius. Wow, fantastic. You guys got the Guru, which is the Hierophant in this deck, this is one of in the Chariot, wow, which is one of the main reasons I bought this deck, because when I saw that the Hierophant, which is cool, it's in my birth card or whatever, my birth number, but when I saw that it was the Guru, I'm like, that is so kick ass. So yeah, my lighting's not super strong. Anyway, okay. So you guys have the Hierophant and you have the Chariot here. And I think I see the Sun, or no, Ace of Wands. Okay. So time to write, time to teach, time to share, time to share your wisdom. You guys are going to be uplifted like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I just see this like forward, upward movement with these lines and this like floating on this cloud. I feel like you guys are going to be uplifted very soon. Some of you are going to receive blessings in some way, especially those of you. You know, and I'm hesitant to say that because sometimes, you know, it's not just like, oh, and I just had this discussion in one of the readings. I can't remember what it was. But where, oh, if I just do good things, I'm going to be blessed. No, I'm not really getting that. But kind of. Like, if you are really paying attention to your deeper self, your spirituality, you are open and welcoming and accepting of blessings. Like, you believe it truly can happen. You believe that you are deserving. I do feel like something is coming through for you in a good way. I don't know if it's life-changing, possibly. I mean, you know, I feel it's good. Like, there's like just this sort of, it even could be like a new mentor, or, you know, maybe somebody you find on YouTube, or, you know, something like that. I mean, it could be as simple as that just like opens door. You know, they really like it gives you like this really lofty perspective in a good way. Yeah, and you have the Chariot card, so it could be just like what you needed to move you forward. I would say it would be a very good idea, Aquarians, to really dive into like self-help, self-improvement, you know, possibly search for some people. I personally, you know, I always recommend, I love Quasi Johir here on YouTube. I think he's very good at motivating and in a realistic way and manifesting and things like that. But some of you, yeah, I feel like you need to explore that like right now. Like, you need kind of like someone. I don't feel it's like that you need a guru, or that, I mean, maybe, you know, maybe some of you will find your guru. I mean, guru just means teacher, you know, so it's like, or maybe some of you are going to start becoming a teacher, a guru. But it's like, I just feel like right now is the time, not for like that deep, dark work. I feel it's the time to start lifting yourself up. So not going deeper and broody and, you know, but like, going deeper in a good way. Like, okay, you know, I've done all the deep, dark stuff. Now it's like, how do I learn how to welcome blessings in my life? How do I learn how to, you know, change my attitude? How do I learn to attract and send out, and, you know, things like that. So I feel like you guys it's a really good time to do that. It's going to, like, there's some things that could really inspire you here. I feel July in particular might, like, you might find yourself a whole different person by July. I mean, I really do feel like there's somebody, it's odd, and, you know, I'm not a huge fan, and I might, like, I don't know. I don't think I'll piss anybody off. I don't think I can piss off an Aquarius by saying this, but but I'm not a huge fan of Alan Watts. Okay, he's not. I don't know. My sensors go up a little bit with him, but I do feel like in general, a lot of the things he says are pretty good. I just kind of question the authenticity of him. That's all. But I'm kind of almost seeing like that kind of vibe here because he almost looks like Alan Watts. So I don't know. I feel like there's somebody on YouTube that's like, and I'm getting that they are male, that is going to be very beneficial for you in some way. And it's like it's going to open your eyes to new things and like really, really get you motivated. Really get you motivated. So that's the only message I'm getting for you guys right now. Some of you, I mean, just on a basic level, just if I look at the cards, some of you could have a Taurus or a Cancer, new love coming in. Okay. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. Pisces. What do we got for you? What do we have for you, Pisces? Pisces. Pisces, what is the deeper message for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Pisces. Oh my God. The weirdest song just popped in my head. I don't even, what is that? Shark attack, shark attack. Get out of the water and don't look back. Oh, it's got to be like the B-52s or something. I don't know, but it's not. Oh, that's weird. I have not even heard that song probably since like 81 when it came out. I don't know. That's what the hell is that? Shark attack, shark attack. Get out of the water and don't look back. Oh, that is so weird. That freaking song just like landed in my head. And I don't think it's like a sign because I mean I can't imagine what that would. I mean, like, what would it be? Unless well, I would say shark attack. Okay, be careful. Okay, so that could be shark attack. Like somebody could be being a shark around you. Yeah, get out of the water and don't look back. Get out of your emotions and don't look back. Don't look back at the sharks, the ones that want to feed on you. Okay, I guess it is a message. All right, weird song to give me that because it's kind of a silly song. But yeah, that is a message for some of you. Okay, what do we got? Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, no, not there. Okay. Okay, Knight of Cups. And you have 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Somebody else had this combo, I think. I'm almost thinking it's the exact same combo. Was it like Aries or something? I don't know. It seems familiar. Okay, so let's see. Pisces. Yeah, it's kind of the same message because I feel like I gave this message before. And I'm getting the same kind of message again. Whereas it's like somebody's here is really wanting to go it. I think it was Taurus that got this. I'm not sure. Somebody here is really wanting to move forward and like follow their dream, in a sense. Okay. But what they're not doing is like, I feel like there's like these people or something that want to like do something with you, or there's these people who, there's like this small little niche or this small little group of people. But you're like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go do my own thing. For some of you, it's time to strike out on your own. Okay. Yeah, I am seeing that, actually. It's weird. I'm getting kind of an opposite message. I think the one combination I'm thinking of, I think it was Aries or Taurus. I can't remember who it was that had a very similar. It might have been even the exact same combination. For them, I got that they needed to stop lone wolfing it and meet with others. For you, I'm getting kind of the opposite, okay? So it's like I do, and I'm sorry if that's confusing, if they were the same cards and you're watching both of those signs, but for you Pisces, I do feel like this is like needing to strike out on your own and kind of, like, I don't know. I feel like love is out there. Love is there. I'm really seeing like a very, very, very feminine person for you. Okay, so I'm gonna say this: like, if you're interested in females, so like if you're a male Pisces, you're interested in females, or if you are a female Pisces and you're interested in females, I feel like you're going to meet a partner, or like it's somebody you're gonna date or whatever, that's gonna be like extremely feminine, like girly girl. Okay, so even if that's not your type, it's like that's what I'm getting. Like they wear pink. They like girly girl. Like, or their nails are pink. They are very. They put on. They make sure their makeup is perfect all the time. They're very 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 girly. Okay, so I am getting that. And I feel like that's not your usual thing, but it's gonna make you happy. It's gonna be fun. And especially like if you are into females, I feel like this female will be younger. They will be they will make you if you're a dude and you're watching this and you're like 40 or something like that, you may meet like a female that's more like 28, or 29 or something like that, and it's like it kind of makes you feel like that age again in a sense. So I am getting that. But if this is that's a weird message, but for most of you, you're females watching this, I feel like there's, I feel like you need to kind of leave your comfort zone to go and like if romantic things, because I'm getting romance from this the most. If romantic things have not been working for you, I feel like you need to get out and explore different areas. I feel like that, like, you may have had like a little close group of friends, or you may have like a couple people that you talk to, or maybe it's even like your family, somebody that you spend too much time with, that like they take up your time, they suck your time, and it's like it's time to explore, and get out there, because it's like I feel like you're not going to meet someone, because of this. Like, you need to kind of like not turn your back on them, although that's what this Knight of Cups is doing, because the Three of Pentacles is not usually like that. The Three of Pentacles is usually a card where you need to get on the same page, work together, work well with others, things like that. But this to me is like you've kind of done that, and now it's time for you to like strike out, on your own and things like that. So I would say like romantic prospects, I feel for you, are around the corner. If you are in a third-party situation, I feel very much too that you need to strike out on your own. You need to kind of leave this behind and let them figure, let your person figure that out. And before, if they're not coming to you straight, they're not coming to you straight. And it's time for you to go be an adventurer and see what else is out there. I feel like there's like a fun romanticism that is awaiting you. I don't know if it's going to be the deep connection that you are looking for. I'm not. In fact, I'm not sensing that. I feel like your next person, male or female, I don't feel it so much as like a deep connection as it's like a fun connection, or it lifts your spirits, but it's not something that's going to like weigh you down in love, or be like this big dramatic thing. And I think that's fine, because I feel like you've done that enough already. I'm also hearing racetrack for some reason. I don't know what that means. So I don't. Do they even do like NASCAR? I don't know. But it could even be like a horse track. I don't know. Racetrack is. I'm getting the word racetrack. So possibly you may meet someone there or something like that, or that's a hobby of theirs or something. I would also say too, like, for those of you who are like creatives at heart, like creativity is your business. Creativity is like how you make a living or something like that. I would say in that respect, it is not the time to branch out from others. Okay. I mean, it's a general reading. You always, use your instincts, but there's something like where it's like, I feel like you would benefit more by staying in something or like collaborating with others a little bit. Wait, is that the word? No. Actually, I'm going to take that back. No, I'm going to take that back. This is individual. You're wanting to strike out on your own, so I think you need to do it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take that back. I don't think that is what at first I was kind of thinking that, but that's just because of the general meanings of the tarot cards. I'm trying to just go more on my feelings. So I feel like this is no. I feel it's time for you to leave a comfort zone and strike out on your own and do things very differently. And, really that's what I see. I feel like your communication, like the way you speak, is going to be different. I feel like some of you are going to be like younger in some way, like coming up in the next few months. Like you're just going to feel younger. Like you almost like might change your lingo a little bit, and like, oh dude, what's up? So like where you actually sound younger or something like that. Not immature. I'm not getting immature. I'm just getting that there's like a very youthful phrases, like whatever the youthful catchphrases of the day are right now. I don't particularly know what those are. I used to stay relevant with those things, but I don't really. But like even those, like you may be adapting those and it works for you. It's kind of a weird, I don't know how to explain what I'm getting, because it's like I don't want it to come across like I'm saying, oh, you're going to be immature, because I don't see that you're going to be immature. I think you're going to be embracing just a more youthful energy, and a more romantic, risk-taking, chance-taking, kind of energy. And I would say in creativity, like if that is your work or your, what have you, yeah, there's something about like, yeah, it may not, like collaborations, networking, those types of things, that kind of energy may not be serving you. And I feel like going forward, doing your own thing, a la Rainbow Sprite style. I don't know. I'm getting that too. Wasn't that like a raver thing? I'm just getting all these like weird things. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like uniqueness and individuality and playfulness and youthfulness. And I don't know if it's the right thing. I'm not necessarily saying it's the right thing to do, but it's like, it feels like that's what you're going to do. Okay? So, and it typically is the right, even if it's not the right thing, and it's like, oh yeah, maybe it was the right idea to head towards like collaborate, or working with others or something like that, and maybe you shouldn't have struck out on your own, but it's going to be the right thing because it's going to, like, you're going to learn from that experience. Okay, so it's like, so some of you, yes, I feel like you're going to be successful by being very individual in some way, very fun, romanticized is what I'm getting. Some of you may meet someone that's very fun and romantic, and again, I feel like that's going to be fine. Some of you, it may not work out, but it's meant to happen for a reason. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And if nothing else, you're going to have fun doing this. That's like what I'm seeing the most. Will it be the best move? Maybe not, but it's like, I feel like it's like a necessary move, because it's like you're just like pulling away from this like crowd right now, and really wanting to follow individual like things. Some of you are feeling very nostalgic at this time too, and wanting to sort of I don't feel it's like midlife crisis, I'm not getting that, but you're wanting to like just feel youthful and adventurous again, and I feel like you're very a very strong pull towards that. Okay, so odd message, but I would say too, like romantically, I do feel like there is going to be something for you very soon. But yeah, I mean, you have to kind of look for it. Look for it a little bit in different areas. Like get out and like hike, or not if it's safe, if it's a safe place, or get out and like do things. I feel you're gonna meet somebody like in outdoors, maybe even like at a festival or some sort of like, even if it's just like a little craft show that they put on, sometimes like downtown, or something like that. I feel like you're gonna meet somebody outside. Interesting. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave that there. That's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next week. All right. Thanks.